what do you really want? What would I really love in my life? Or if you're saying, I really want to have a lot of money in the bank, I want to manifest abundance. But that little voice in your head is saying, I don't think we can. I don't think I know what to do. So ask yourself this question right now. What is it that you really love? What is it? Maybe you've been wanting to manifest your heart's desire for a really long time. What is it? Hi, and welcome to Manifesting Your Heart's Desires. I'm Beth McGill, and this is where we talk about everything manifesting. Now, I know that there are many of you that have been wanting to manifest your heart's desires for quite a long time, I suspect. So today, where we're always talking about everything manifesting, today I want to dig in a little bit to perhaps why what you are wanting to manifest hasn't come about yet. But don't worry, I have a solution. I have an exercise that I'm going to lead you through that will take you through this pain point and get you in the right direction. So as a hypnotherapist and an energy healer, when I have a session with someone, the very first question I ask them is this: what do you really want? And if they're very clear, for example, if they say, I really want clarity about a business decision, great, we'll get to work on that. Sometimes, however, people aren't really sure about what they want, or they really know what they want, but there's a problem. They don't believe it. The same thing happens when we're talking about manifesting and I'm teaching about the law of attraction. I again ask that question, what do you want? And what would you really love to manifest? Now, again, I get very similar responses. One, the person, and perhaps you have never taken the time to really ask that question of yourself. What do I really want? What would I really love in my life? And then again, some of you are very clear. That's amazing. But some of you do know what you want to manifest, but there's a problem. And the problem is, I call it the big but. I really want this, but I really want to lose weight. And those are the words that are coming out of your mouth. I really want this amazing, exciting relationship. I really want a lot of dollars in the bank. I really want health and wellness in my physical body. And those are the words that are coming out of your mouth. I hear you all the time. But what is the thought in your head? Because your thoughts are a vibration. So if you're saying, I really want to lose weight, but you're thinking, I don't think I can. And that little voice is nagging you, saying, you've never done it before. Why should you do it this time? Or if you're saying, I really want to have a lot of money in the bank, I want to manifest abundance. But that little voice in your head is saying, I don't think we can. I don't think I know what to do. So ask yourself this question right now. What is it that you really love? What is it? Maybe you've been wanting to manifest your heart's desire for a really long time. What is it? And as the words say the words, let the words come out of your mouth. It's okay, no one's watching. But be very aware of the thought, what's going on in your head? What is that little voice saying? Is it with you? Is it positive? Is it cheering you on? Great, you've got this. But I know for many of you, that little voice comes up that says, I don't think I can. And so we're going to dig even a little bit deeper, because being aware of that voice and understanding what's going on is important, because your words, while your words are a vibration saying, I really want this thing, I really want to lose weight, I really want the money, that is vibration. But what is the most dominant vibration? Because it might be that thought in your head that's saying, I don't think I can. And if that's the case, the law of attraction is not responding to your words. The law of attraction is responding to that little voice, and it's giving you exactly the vibration that you're putting out into the universe, and that the universe gives you, you can't, because you don't think you can. Does that make sense? So yes, being aware is very important. What vibration is stronger? Is it more that you think you can, or the more that you think you can't? And now we're going to dig a little bit deeper. So why would you really want something and not think that you can have it? Like, why would that even go on? Well, there's a few reasons, but predominantly we have beliefs, right, about ourselves. And I don't know if you're like me, but I know that I can be really hard on myself. At least I was. I was my harshest critic until I learned that that's not how we get results. How we get results is to love ourselves. But until we learn this, we're brought up in different kinds of households, yes, but we're brought up in a fear-based society. You have to do things this way. You have to go to school. You have to do this. You have to do that. You have to follow the rules. That's a fear-based mindset. And so we're brought up many times feeling unworthy, feeling not good enough, feeling like we don't deserve better. And so while we might not really be aware, we might not go around saying, I don't feel worthy. But it's that feeling that we get. That's what's driving that little voice saying, I don't think you can. So that little voice saying, I don't think you can, is really trying to protect you from failure. It's trying to protect you because deep, deep, deep down inside, you don't think you're worthy. Can we get over that? Absolutely. But first, I think it's really important to be aware a little bit about the mind and how it works. As children, from the time of your birth to age 7, your conscious mind is not selective yet. And so everything that is told to you from a parent, a teacher, a sibling, a neighbor, a friend, everything that's told to you between the time of birth to age 7 drops down into your subconscious as a belief. So if a teacher says, oh, you can't draw very well, then you grow up believing that you can't draw very well. If someone says, oh, you're really good at math and you're 5 years old, then from that point on, like, that's your belief. You're really good at math, no matter what. So that's a little bit about how the conscious and subconscious mind works as when we're children. And so I know from my childhood, I remember as a child always hearing these words in the household, we can't afford it. We can't afford it. We can't afford it. And that was whenever we went shopping or whenever we went to the store. And that it was almost like an affirmation. We can't afford it, even though we probably could. But it was a saying that I grew up with. And it was a belief that even though it didn't come from me, it came from my parents. It wasn't my belief, but I grew up believing it. And so sure enough, what did I tell my children when we went out and we were shopping, no matter what it was? Those same words came out of my mouth. We can't afford it. And there were times, believe me, I was a single mom of 2 little kids. There were times when we probably couldn't. But I wasn't aware at that time that I was simply repeating a pattern. And my mentor, Bob Proctor, calls these paradigms. So I want to share with you what Bob Proctor says. He says, a paradigm is a mental program that has almost exclusive control over our habitual behavior, and almost all behavior is habitual. So it really is about breaking these habits, breaking the habits of this paradigm that is not serving us anymore, that is creating this lack of belief in ourselves. And so I want to help you break that lack of belief. And when I heard that quote from Bob Proctor, I'll never forget it because it made so much sense to me that a lot of my beliefs, a lot of my thinking was simply habitual. It was a habitual pattern that I didn't even really believe. And so that really helped to create more awareness within me. Now, I was aware, I learned about paradigms. However, for me, I wasn't sure how to get rid of them. I didn't know. I was actively looking. And that's one reason why I wrote my book, is because I wanted to share everything I learned over many years of my spiritual journey. I wanted to share them with all of you because I want you to condense that time and not have to take years how to figure these things out, like learning how to release your paradigm. Now, I'll fully admit I learned this from going to a live event with Mary Morrissey down in Los Angeles. Now, I had learned about paradigms from Bob Proctor. I knew that I had limiting beliefs, but I didn't know how to get rid of them. And I'll never forget, I think it was the very first day of Mary Morrissey's event. And she taught us this exercise, and took 1 minute, and I fully released my paradigms like that. It was amazing. So this exercise, while very simple, is also very powerful. And it is mentioned in my book and it's in my courses. I love this exercise. So this exercise is to release those paradigms so that you can move forward, go through them, and not have any excuses anymore, not have any limiting beliefs anymore, knowing that when you say, I want this exciting relationship, I want to lose weight, I want personal health and wellness, and when you state what you want to manifest, after doing this exercise, you're not going to have that little nagging voice in your head anymore saying, I don't think you can. Like, we're going to make that voice go away. So for this exercise, you do need 2 friends. Now, there is a way to not do it with friends, and I'll explain that in a minute. So for this exercise, you need 2 friends. And you're going to share with these 2 friends your paradigm. So it has to be people that you trust, right? Now, my paradigms, that my limiting beliefs that I wanted to let go of because they weren't from me, were, we can't afford it. And the other one was, you're not good enough. You're not good enough. Because I knew that I grew up as a blue collar family, right? My dad was a police officer. We lived in Los Angeles. we didn't have a lot. We weren't lacking a lot, but we didn't have a lot. We're just kind of mid-scale, but I wanted abundance. I wanted this amazing life. I didn't want mediocrity anymore. That did not resonate with me. So I wanted to bust loose of these paradigms that said you're just not good enough. Like, stay in your lane, stay in that blue collar lane. Like, that's where you belong. And I wanted to release that. So what you do is you tell your two friends your paradigms. You time yourself for 60 seconds. And for 60 seconds, you have one friend stand here and you have one friend stand here, and they're whispering in your ear to start your paradigms. For example, you're not good enough. Who do you think you are? You're not good enough. Who do you think you are? And if you have others, throw them in there. And your friends are reciting in your ear the paradigms. What you're doing for the 60 seconds, it's quick. You're saying, I am more than that. So they're both talking, whispering. They're going to get louder and louder over the 60 seconds. And so are you. I am more than that. I am more than that. I am more than that. And you get louder and louder, and they're getting louder. I am more than that. And I'm telling you, it's magic. After 60 seconds, they're yelling, you're yelling, I am more than that. And they go away. They go away. They're released out into the universe. They're not serving you. They're not there for you anymore. So that is how you release the paradigms for good, so that you can believe in yourself, so that you can believe in your self-worth, because you are worthy of living a life you love. You are worthy of manifesting your heart's desires. You're absolutely worthy. It's having some knowledge. It's having some background. It's understanding how this works, because we need to get rid of that paradigm so that when you say to the universe what you want to manifest, that wonderful vibration is going out to the universe without the little voice saying, I don't think you can. We want your thoughts and your words to be in alignment so that you can manifest your heart's desires. And how do you do the exercise without two people? It's super easy. Take your phone, take your microphone, and you whisper the paradigms. Okay, record it. Record yourself saying the paradigms, and then play it back. And when you play it back, just put it up to your ear. As you're listening to your paradigms for 60 seconds, you say, I am more than that. So that's only if you can't find two trusted friends to work with. It's better if it's in person. But if you can do the recording only, that's a bypass. That's a way to get around it. Okay. So have fun doing that exercise. It really works. I'm an example of it. It worked with me. It's worked with numerous people that I've showed this exercise to. Again, it's in my book, Allow Life to Happen and Receive Everything You Desire is the title of the book. And it's available on Amazon. And it has this exercise that I just described to you and 29 more. So thanks so much for listening. I believe in you. Now, time to go release any paradigms that you might have. Be confident that you can manifest whatever it is that you desire. Let's get rid of these limiting beliefs. Let's get going. I can't wait to see results. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye-bye.